Good evening, everybody. Welcome to week 28 of our weekly Zoom. It's fantastic that we've been so many weeks going. Remember, the reason for this weekly Zoom is to be a support group, to help people stay committed, to help them stay motivated, get health and nutrition tips, get questions answered, and also have some fun doing it. So as you can see there, I also include some cartoons here as well for the fun. Okay. Now this week's tip, find a lifestyle that works for you. One that helps you get to a healthy weight and it will help you maintain it. Don't go for fad diets. Find something that will work for you that is a balanced diet in the end. Tonight's topic is how to deal with food cravings, because that is a big problem for many people, all the different food cravings. So how can we deal with that? Now, how can we combat food cravings? Well, first of all, follow a consistent eating pattern. In other words, try to stick to your diet, the specific times of the day. Okay? So if you eat 6 o'clock in the evenings, try to keep to around 6 o'clock in the evenings. Don't take different times because your body gets used to that. Okay, follow a consistent eating pattern with emphasis on protein because that will help you keep full longer. You feel full for much longer, and it will make it easier to beat those late night cravings. Also, consume plenty of fiber because fiber-containing foods create bulk and leave you feeling satiated and full for longer. Choose high fiber food with protein. If you take a combination of high fiber food with protein, it's even better. Okay? And if you really want to snack, then choose high fiber snacks that contain protein as well. Because, like I said before, fiber and protein will help you feel full for longer. So the craving won't pop up so easily. Maybe you must learn to be like the teddy bear, saying, what did the teddy bear say when they offered him dessert? No thanks, I'm stuffed. Okay, so maybe you must learn to say that. Okay. So let's go on to the next slide. Don't keep trigger foods in the house. You know, I'm in a situation because in the school I've got a lot of tuck shop stuff in our house, in our pantry, because I store it here and I take it to the school as the stock decreases at school. So the temptation's always in my house. Now that is a problem for a lot of people. Don't keep trigger foods in your house because out of sight, out of mind. If necessary, give your kitchen a makeover and only keep healthy foods around. So if you feel a craving comes along, there'll only be healthy options at least. Another thing, very often we get those cravings because we are bored. So keep yourself busy. Sometimes the TV is not interesting enough, and that's when you say, oh, I want to eat something, okay? Try something meaningful. Perhaps go out, join a book club, go for a walk, start a new hobby, do emails, but try to find an alternative to just sitting in front of the TV, because that might just lead you into temptation. Okay? If possible, record those TV programs if you want to watch TV programs. So what happens now is when you do watch the TV program, you can fast forward over the advertisements because there's a lot of temptation in the advertisements. Okay? Some figure-licking good ones there. So, or if you watch the recorded program and after a few minutes you see this is not for you, you can just go to the next one you've recorded. Okay? But try and get rid of all the temptations because that's when the problem starts. Well, create non-food rewards for eating healthy. We are so used as when we were young, you did something good or you heard of something, your mom or dad gave you chocolate or an ice cream or something, you know, that some type of reward. Okay? Rather find other types of reward instead of ice cream and stuff like that. Find perhaps treat yourself to mani or pedi or massage or a new workout top or new gym clothes or a bubble bath, but find something other than food to treat yourself. Also, when you get this craving, you know, this, I want to eat, you feel peckish, you want to eat something. Well, if you don't drink water, because very often it's actually you're thirsty. Or if you have to give in to a healthy snack. Something that contains fiber and protein and very little carbs. Okay. Many food cravings result from environmental stimuli. Okay. Sometimes it might be because of really hunger. Try to learn to listen to your body. So if your body is telling you that it's hungry and it needs fuel, don't ignore it. But then choose a high protein snack with fiber in it as well. Okay. Rather than chips or sodas or carb rich snacks. In your diet in general, eat more protein. If you think about it, from your hair to your toes, wherever you go, there's protein in your body. I mean, even your cell membranes are full of protein. And you have trillions of cells. But okay, increasing protein may reduce cravings by up to 60% and cut the desire to snack by up to 50%. And this was done in a study. At the bottom, you see there at the bottom, it's healthline.com. They published the search there. Avoid extreme hunger, because if you go hungry for a long time, you will get big cravings. And the danger then is that you will give in and actually overeat. Okay? Now, obviously, if you can somehow have the willpower and you can really take on a small treat and stick to it, great. But many people don't have that willpower. Another problem is stress. So try and avoid it or fight it. Because if you're under stress, you may start to crave something, which can lead to eating and weight gain. Funny enough, especially women. That's what the research says. Interesting one, spinach extract. This delays the digestion of fat and increases the levels of hormones. Others, in the process, you won't get so many cravings. Now, I'm not very fond of spinach. I don't know about you, so I don't think I'm going to try that one. I'd rather use my willpower in that case. But each one is unique. So try the things to work for you. I'm going to show a little video with a little exercise at the end of this Zoom about how to fight cravings. Get enough sleep. Okay. Sleep deprivation may disrupt normal fluctuations in appetite hormones, and that can lead to cravings and poor appetite control. And then you might end up eating bread or something. Eat well-planned meals. Just plan your meals. Okay. Make sure you've got enough protein as well as enough fiber in there as well. And not too many carbs, especially sugar. Because if your sugar spikes and it falls, you will feel hungry again very quickly. Remember, I did a Zoom on the insulin trap. I think Zoom 3 or 4, somewhere there. Because if you eat a lot of carbs, your sugar spikes, which means your insulin will also spike now. Now, your body is used to, or was actually supposed to eat whole grains, okay, complex carbs, which takes longer to digest than all these processed carbs we get in. So what happens when the insulin spikes, it spikes a lot, and therefore it brings the sugar down. But your body is going to make too much insulin, actually, because your body is expecting more carbs. So what happens now, your sugar level actually drops below healthy levels. And when it drops below healthy levels, you start feeling peckish and you crave for something. So be careful. That's why plan your meals. A good idea with meals is eat your veggies, your fiber-rich things first. Then your protein-rich foods, and last, things that contains carbs. That way you find you won't get sugar spikes, which therefore will also help to prevent cravings. And please don't shop when you are hungry. Hey, that's one is quite a big problem, because especially walk down the bakery aisle and you see there's a lovely donuts with the icing and chocolate sprinkles on top. Yeah? Or you walk the chocolate aisle and there's your favorite chocolate on the market. Be careful of those things. Supermarkets are clever. Why do you think they've got chocolates at the tills? Because they know people, when they walk through it and they get to the tills, they say, oh, this chocolate, and they pick some chocolates and sweets and stuff on the way out, which they might not have taken if it wasn't there at the tills. Mindful eating. It's about learning to recognize the difference between cravings and actual hunger, helping you choose your response. I mean, if you've eaten a proper meal and an hour later you feel like you want to eat something, then you should actually think and talk to yourself. Listen, I just had a good plate of food. So this can't be hunger. Okay? So be mindful what you eat and recognize the difference between cravings and when you're actually really hungry. Okay? And being aware of your cravings and the triggers. What can trigger cravings? An interesting thing I've found with myself, sometimes I'm not hungry, but then I would eat some food, and by eating the food, suddenly I ate more, whereas I could have stayed away from that food. Okay? So sometimes just giving it to a small trigger can make you eat much more. Also, avoid restrictive diets. You know, this like the 28-day diet, that type of thing. Avoid those type of diets that restricts you from eating many things. Because by restricting you, you're actually going to fall into the trap of wanting to eat more. So be careful. A 2012 study, including 129 women, found that those who were dieting to lose weight experienced significantly more food cravings than women who weren't dieting. Plus, their food cravings were more intense. So rather make small changes to your daily diet. So eat less carbs on your plate of food. Replace with more veggies or more protein-rich foods. Okay? Make small changes. Or eat slightly smaller plates of food. Use a smaller plate. That fools the brain to think you're still getting the same amount of food in. Okay? So make smaller changes. Instead of having 3 snacks a day, cut it to 1 snack a day. That type of thing. Make small changes. Because if you restrict yourself too much, you might just give into cravings much easier. So plan that. Consistently obsessing about how many calories you consume. People have got the obsession, oh, I count the calories, I calculate that, oh, I must be careful. You know, that obsession can actually lead to excess unnecessary stress. And, you know, by restricting yourself, it can lead to more stress. And, you know, my calorie goal is I must be only so many calories a day. Oh, I'm going to be over it, okay? And that can actually lead to a strong food craving in the end and lead to overeating. So be careful of that. Yes, you must be aware of what you eat, but being obsessed about it, be careful. Restricting or completely avoiding certain foods may make you crave them for even more. I mean, that's why when I diet, I don't cut out treats at all. I eat less. Or when I do eat a treat, I eat less of the treat. Okay? Because I don't want to punish myself. Because that's a problem. In the end, you start feeling I'm being punished because I want to lose weight. Don't get into that mode of I feel punished. Okay? Because it just will make that treat more desirable. You want to more and more eat it instead of saying, whoa, I can't eat it. Eat unrefined carbs. Okay? Not all these processed carbs, not white bread, for example, but a proper whole wheat bread, for example. Research suggests that eating less highly refined carbs may combat your food cravings. Remember I spoke about the insulin trap, and I spoke about insulin going very high, and then it drops the carbs to your sugar in the blood too low again, and you crave for more food. That's what's important to eat unrefined carbs, so you don't get those sugar spikes, or less of a spike at least. Now, obviously, if you're diabetic, that's some things you have to avoid in any case are the carbs, or decrease it a lot. Obviously, maintain a healthy body weight. That's interesting. You want to lose weight, so your body weight is not healthy. So this applies more to people who's close to a healthy body weight already. But if you get to a healthy body weight, it will reduce food cravings. A higher BMI, body mass index, which indicates body weight in relation to height. If you have a high BMI, those people have got more food cravings than people with a more normal BMI. Okay? So yes, if your BMI is very big, very high value, you probably have more cravings as well. And then also remind yourself of your goals. Why you want to lose weight? Okay? Because that will boost your willpower. It will keep you motivated. Today, a couple of times I had to tell myself, no, don't eat that now, because you're going to have food in an hour. Okay? Or you just had a meal. We must also be motivated to reach our goals. I've also picked something up over the past weeks. Over weekends, I eat less. I eat like twice a day. But during the week, when I go to work, I end up eating 3 meals a day. So during the week, I pick up weight, and weekends I lose weight again. So I want to pick up patterns like that as well to help you. Okay? Now, foods that help combat cravings. Interesting enough, fruit and vegetables, because of the fiber in there. Berries, again, fiber in there. Dark chocolate. So here's a treat you can treat yourself with, but proper dark chocolate. You know, the 70 and 80% type dark chocolate. Okay? Snack bars made from whole food, high in fiber and protein. Obviously, don't eat 3 or 4 of them at once. Eat half of them of one, for example. Chia seeds, okay. Legumes, high in fiber and protein. Full cream yogurt also. Dates. Dates is full of fiber. Sweet potatoes. Meat, poultry, fish, and eggs, high in protein. Make smoothies with whole foods and yogurt. Okay? And if you're like me, I will put a New Life shake in there as well to add more protein to it, which actually make it more nutritious, but also will make you feel full for longer. Prunes. Fermented foods, interesting enough. Fermented foods also. Okay? Will help you stay full for longer. And like I said, whole grains. So I'm going to quickly recap all the different tips. Just quickly the main points again. Just very quickly, because I can't do all of them over again. Okay? Following consistent eating pattern. Okay? If you eat at 8 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 o'clock in the evening, get a fixed pattern. Consume plenty of fiber in your diet. And if you really want to snack, get a healthy snack. One contains fiber and protein. Don't keep trigger foods in the house. You know, those temptations, don't keep them in the house. Keep yourself busy. Don't get bored. If possible, record TV programs so you can watch them later on and fast forward over the adverts, because the adverts might just tempt you. Create non-food rewards for eating healthy. Okay, like having some fun somewhere, going to the movies or something. When in doubt, if you're not sure whether it's real hunger or just being peckish or what's going on, drink some water. It might take the feeling away. Or if you have to give into a healthy snack. Eat more protein. Avoid extreme hunger, because that can make you crave and then overeat in the end. Avoid fight stress. Spinach extract might also decrease hunger pains or cravings. Get enough sleep. Eat well-planned meals. Okay, if your meals are well-planned, it will help you. Don't shop when you are hungry, because if you're hungry, you shop, you will probably buy unnecessary stuff. Remember mindful eating. You can recognize the difference between cravings and actual hunger. Learn your body. Being aware of your cravings and the triggers makes it much easier to avoid. Okay, learn what triggers it. Avoid restrictive diets, because cutting out things totally might actually lead to binging later on. For those who joined late, I'm just recapping very quickly the main points again. Don't obsess too much about food, because that can also lead to cravings. Okay, don't over restrict your calories, unless you've got like diabetes and you must be strict. Okay, but then find foods and stuff that you can eat a lot of, and don't totally avoid certain foods unless, like I said, you are specifically like diabetic. Okay, but if you're not diabetic, don't say I can never eat a cookie. Okay, but instead of eating 3, eat only 1. Teach yourself that. Eat unrefined carbs. It also helps to combat food cravings. Maintain a healthy body weight. If you try to get there, because once you get a healthy body weight, you will have less cravings as well. And remind yourself of your goals. Why do I want to lose weight? Because that will help you have the willpower to fight cravings. And especially fruit and vegetables help you fight cravings or prevent cravings. Dark chocolate as well. And the full cream yogurt, protein-rich foods like meat, for example. Make smoothies that are protein-rich, and fermented foods and whole grains. These are all things that can help you combat those cravings. And if you're not sure about getting a healthy diet, because this can lead to cravings as well, if you don't get a balanced diet, you might have to look at supplements, and then find a supplement that is a good quality, find it, put a seal of approval on it, Is it made from human food, not from pine bark or pond slime, those other things, or synthetic stuff? Does it have third-party studies showing that it actually gets absorbed in the blood? Are there clinical trials that show that it really works for you and don't harm you? And is it really made from food? Juice extracted on special circumstances, conditions, so you really get the true value out of it. Okay? Because very often there are about 98% of supplements on the market, as far as I know, consist of synthetic supplements, and many of them are actually harmful. If you want to watch on my YouTube channel the recording of the video, the supplements may be killing you, because they explain that in more detail. Get yourself committed by keeping a weight table. As you can see here, I've been a bit naughty. I picked up some weight in the past 2 weeks. So that means I must now go motivate myself not to get into snacking and to look at what to eat during the week. Okay? It's important. I weigh myself about 3 times a week to help me see a pattern. That's what I picked up now, that during the week I pick up and on weekends I lose. And the reason for the week is I eat 3 meals a day effectively. Of the week is I eat only 2 meals a day. So those are patterns you can pick up if you do keep a weight table. And here I show I actually picked up 2 weeks in a row. So I picked up 400 grams over 2 weeks. I'm so close to my goal. And that's also a problem because now I've lost some of my motivation. I'm about 2 kilograms from my goal. Okay, I've lost more than 8 kilograms already. So that can also be a problem why you sometimes give into cravings. A summary, okay, to lose weight, you do not only have to change what you eat, adopt a healthy lifestyle. Find a lifestyle that works for you. Week 19 and 20 of my Zoom recordings, you can watch that. Fight those food cravings, okay? That willpower, remember motivation, remember the tips I gave earlier on in the tonight's show. Avoid toxins and detox your own body, because those toxins can also cause problems in the body. That's week 9. Avoid artificial sweetness, preservatives and other foods that lead to weight gain. Artificial sweetness, by the way, because of the sweet taste, it can actually also lead to cravings, by the way. So stay away from artificial sweetness for craving's sake as well. Consume enough fiber, fat, and protein. Read the label, make smart choices. Week 6 of my Zoom recordings. Avoid anything in the tin, packet, pre-cooked box as far as possible. Sometimes not practical, but try to cook from scratch. Avoid slimming or diet pills. Not good for you. Watch week 22. And to make sure you get a healthy, balanced diet, use food supplements like I use the New Life Shake and the Pro Vitality from New Life, because that gives me a complete meal. Now, before you decide to change your body, change your mind. Because when your mind is ready, there's nothing that can stop your body. So it's very important. You must change your mind first of all. Okay? And you can do it. Join your weight loss support group on Facebook as well, because I put stuff on there as well. I give links to recordings on there also. And I would like more people to share their tips and also their ideas on the Facebook group. My channel, YouTube channel, you can look for Herman J. Rensburg, or you can see at the bottom there, it's at Health and Lifestyle Advisor. Okay, there are all the recordings. I've got something 70 recordings on different nutrition and health topics on that channel already. So if you want to lose weight, maybe time for you to change your buying habits so you don't get those cravings. For more information, contact the person who invited you, or go to my website, or email me, or WhatsApp me. Just a disclaimer, I'm going to show a little video now. Just this disclaimer. This is all from a primary healthcare perspective. I'm a nutritionist, I'm not a medical doctor. And these are things that I would also do. Okay, these are suggestions, not cures. Well, thank you for watching, and here comes the video. Okay, how to stop a food craving in 30 seconds. Yes, it's possible. Dr. Mandel, and this is, it's a YouTube, you can find him on YouTube as well. And here's the video. I must just make sure I actually share the sound with you, otherwise you won't be able to hear this. Share sound. Okay, now you should be able to hear this.
Tapping on your forehead like this with your fingers for 30 seconds will cut your food cravings. When you feel a craving coming on, the image of food gets locked into the visual cortex of your brain. That's why it's so hard to shake the desire. But when you involve your eyes, focusing on the movement of your fingers like this, you're engaging the same part of your brain. That adds to the distraction and helps you interrupt the process involved in the craving. Tapping on your forehead like this.
Okay, so tapping on your forehead, like it says, distracts your mind because you focus with eyes on this wall, and that way you actually can help fight your craving as well. And that's practically the tip. Okay, I've got a minute or two. Are there any questions? If you want to, you can just unmute yourself and can quickly share or ask something. Okay, if there's none, then thank you for watching. I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel soon. Okay, is somebody who wants to say something?
I think it's very important to know what you are eating.
Uh-huh.
So take any distractions from the time that you start with your plate of food. Because if your brain doesn't know what you're eating, it cannot really, how can I say, realize what you are eating. And that's why a lot of people are very hungry after a meal, because they are busy with looking at their phone, looking on TV, talking to other people, and they don't realize that the brain is very important by receiving the signals of what you are eating.
Yeah, they get distracted, and like I said, the brain is not aware what you eat and how much you eat. You must be aware of what you eat and must eat slowly. Otherwise, like you say, your brain can be fooled. Thanks for that tip.
Yes. Pleasure.
Okay. Well, everybody, then I have to say goodbye because Barbara needs the link for another Zoom as well. Okay, everybody, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for joining. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Pleasure, bye.